Well, I've just finished eating humble pie because I predicted we were going to get absolutely hammered by Manchester United, and we didn't. Um, if you're not a Rangers fan, don't bother watching us in Europe because basically you're going to be bored. Walter Smith returned to type tonight, five at the back. Doesn't make for the most exciting football in the world, but I'm not going to complain since we got a win out of it. Well, sorry, we didn't get a win and we got a draw out of it, but it might as well have been a win considering who we were up against. I was biting my nails the entire time. Very tough game for us. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, we did better in the midfield than we had any right to, but we really didn't do much up top apart from quite late in the second half. Um, just trying to take a look at my notes here, which are on green paper, ironically enough, considering I'm a Rangers man. Um, Big complaint, Bagheera and Whittaker were on their own, down the side, unmarked, pretty much the entire game, and not once did anybody bother passing the ball out to them. What was that about? They were there, they could have done something with it. I just don't get where we were coming from with that at all. Um, Broadfoot took a really nasty knock quite early on in the first half, and it led to quite a funny bit near the end of the first half where he yanked what looked like two full kitchen rolls at his nostrils quite near the end of the first half. I don't think McGregor deserved the yellow card he got from the referee. I think that was taking the rip a little bit, to be honest. As far as player of the half's concerned for us, it was definitely Edu. The boy was in on everything that we did in the first half. Really great stuff from him. I was thoroughly impressed. Poor Kenny Miller couldn't do anything because he was up there all on his own. Basically, the first half we basically spent in our shell down our end of the pitch with a couple of breaks further up the field. Not brilliant, but again, I'll take it. It was against Manchester United. It was Old Trafford. I'm not really going to make a complaint about that. Difference in quality was obvious. I mean, Manchester United did not dominate us the way I thought they were going to, but you're talking about a well-oiled machine compared to what we were doing. Um, Midfield great, defence great. They didn't look great in attack, which is where it counts really. And the difference in quality really shone through there. For us to be talking about going into the Premiership, no chance, not a chance. Um, Not really a lot to say about the first half. Second half, Manchester United just came straight out the blocks. Really looked threatening, and there were a couple of really dodgy moments from Bagheera on that one with headers that could have cost us quite badly. Um, Walter Walter Smith really needs to think about what he's doing there because he wasn't that great on Saturday when he scored the own goal, and really he hasn't looked that brilliant so far this season in my eyes. Naismith had been pretty good all night, but he kept on slipping down all the time, and he made a really pussy attempt on goal. That I mean, it was really weak. I couldn't believe it was happening. Broadfoot, for me, the player of the second half because the guy was. He's a defender, and a lot of the time he was doing passing stuff up near the attack area that was incredible. 2 seasons ago, I thought Broadfoot was the worst thing to ever put on a Rangers jersey. Apart from me, that is. Um, what little time he did get to play last season, I was impressed with, and this season he's just been absolutely great. I think the boy really he's been a dramatic improvement on what we had 2 seasons ago. I don't know what's happened, but he's been great. He looked really guilty over what happened with the injury. Um, I don't know why, because he didn't really do anything. I mean, it was a nasty one that Valencia took, but Broadfoot really seemed to be blaming himself for that one. I don't know why. Nasty one though. Added 7 minutes on to the game, which we could have done without. But there you go again. Um, The only thing Kirk did was he wasted a really great opportunity around about the 67th mark when there were quite a few guys in the box, and he just thought too long about it, and it got wasted. Um, Rooney really should have been yellow carded for a foul on Edu where he just pulled him down to the deck. It was ridiculous. The referee's given McGregor a yellow card for basically taking too long to take a kick, and Rooney gets away with that. It's ridiculous. Um, what else? That was immediately after clear foul on Broadfoot as well, I might add. We started to go in our shells a little bit in the last 15 minutes again. We'd kind of been coming out, going towards their nets, but started to slip back into that idea of going back again, and it didn't suit us. Thankfully, during the extra time, we did seem to come back out of the shells a bit, but um, I do not get Kyle Lafferty. I don't think he's that great a player. I think he's an idiot. He came on at the 80th minute, and surprise, surprise, he did nothing. And I don't say that just because he was taking over from Miller up the front on his own. I don't think he would have done anything even if he had been there. The couple of opportunities that he was given, he just totally squandered it. Didn't do a thing. Um, Best attempt of the night was round about the 81st minute from Gibson. That was, you know, that we're lucky that didn't go in. Um, 89th, I talked about us going back into a shell. 89th minute, there was a point where we could have broken away and gotten in at them. Didn't do that. Started passing the ball back down towards our own side. That was one of the things that really brassed me off about Europe 2 years ago, and we seem to be doing it again. It doesn't work, and it can go against you a lot of the time as well. Um, right near the end, I thought Ryan Giggs was quite hilarious complaining about getting booked for the handball because basically he picked the thing up, gave a wee sly kick to Edu in the back while he was at it, I might add. But 0-0 draw at Old Trafford against Manchester United. I'm not complaining. Great start for us. Disciplined performance. Hopefully, it's a sign of things to come. Um, Next up, Valencia at Ibrox. Fingers crossed we can do something there. Certainly we didn't last season, but who knows? Uh, Tough time picking who the man of the match was for me. Basically, Naismith and Broadfoot were definitely the best players in the second half. But Edu didn't do as much in the second half, but he still had a fair shot of the ball, and he definitely was the most prominent player for us in the first half. So definitely giving Edu man of the match. Nothing much else to say. Speak to you soon.